Hey, what's up? My name is Kate. I'm a licensed counselor and makeup artist just getting ready for my day. And I have a really busy day today. I see 6 clients back to back. So I wanted to wear something a little to make me feel good, something maybe a little nicer than usual. This is a dress from Walmart. Like, it's so nice, but you know what I mean. I don't usually wear dresses, so I want to experiment with that. And I'm using definitely some of my favorite products of 2026. Like, if you've watched my videos, I use the same things over and over again. Old makeup I love. I mean, this is not old in terms of like, it's not the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. You know what I mean? That's what I would consider old makeup I love because I've used that on and off since high school or whatever. But I do really like this one, the Superstay concealer, and it was laying down, but you could see like there's some windowing happening. So that feels really good, like consistently using something and getting some visible wear on it. So I was going to talk about work a little bit today because, again, if you watch my videos, you know I've been kind of casually applying to other jobs for a while now just to see what's out, like, what I could get. And I'm self-employed and I have been on and off for the past 4 years, since 2023. But I've always had like either a side job, something to supplement, or there's times where I've taken full-time roles and then gone back to being self-employed. Because that's one of the hard things, like once you make your own schedule, like once you discover that level of work-life balance, I would say, I mean, today I wouldn't consider it a balance, seeing 6 people in a row, like that's a lot, but it's kind of like you have to take it when it comes. Um, but yeah, once I got to that level of making my own schedule and being my own boss, it's like very difficult to go back to working for someone. Now, the reason I would give that up and go back to work, and the flexibility too, like with having kids, I mean, hands down, like that's why I do it. But some of these jobs I've been applying to make about half or make about double what I've been able to earn on my own. So to me, that would be worth it. But this past month, in the month of May, so I went through a breakup, like of an engagement in late April. And right at that time, it coincided with my business getting busier than ever. So I just thank God for that because it was a great distraction and it also helped me kind of like redefine my life a little bit. Like, in terms of like where I live, it's not really possible to have the kind of life I want with 2 kids on one income unless you're like that one income is very high. And I think it's like that everywhere. I think I read you need like $100,000 a year to really have like a what was traditionally a middle class lifestyle. If it was just me, I don't care. I'd live in my one garage, 2 bedroom apartment by myself forever, obviously. But because I have 2 kids who are constantly growing and getting bigger, um, I was thinking about eventually, like, I'll need to relocate myself to sleeping on the couch and give my daughter my bedroom someday if I live here in about 4 years or so, because I have a boy and a girl. So at some point, I feel like it's not right to make them share a room, like they will want their own space. So this is Gucci Flora. This has been my favorite perfume of the year and like last year as well. It's just a really nice floral, kind of like very feminine and romantic scent. In my opinion, it's like a opaque bottle, so I can't even tell how much is in there, but it seems quite full still. All right, let's do the lip. Milani Spice is a really beautiful rose color. And then this, I think, would go with my dress. It's Stay Curious by MAC. I used to stay away from shades like this, but it's like a pinky red. I think it'll really go nicely with this. My laptop has been crashing lately. Oh, and then Buxom Girls Night Out is such a beautiful color. I'm just gonna layer everything. Okay, I am long-winded, and I just spent a weekend without my kids. I spent 3 days pretty much in social isolation. Like, I texted my friends, I went out with my mom for a walk, but like, the loneliness is real on the weekends. Like, my friends are busy. So I'm in that process of like trying to meet people. Like, well, I'll get into my weekend in a second, but basically, I went out by myself and tried to talk to some strangers. And that went well. But so I have an interview today. I've been kind of passively interviewing for things, but in the month of May, I had the most sessions I've ever had, and I made the most money I've ever made. It's not quite enough. It's like enough to pretty much break even. Like, I can't really get ahead towards my goals of like living somewhere better. But that's the kind of thing, like, I tend to like, feel frustrated in my ambition to do better. And I was like, you know what? I need to just take a time to celebrate myself for this accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like, each month the business has been growing, and this month I really felt like I'm really doing it, you know? Like, I'm creating business that wasn't there before. And so I did. I took myself out both days of the weekend. On Saturday, I went to one of my favorite forest preserves around me, and I'm so blessed that I have like multiple really cool walking trails, like nature areas, really close to my house, so I just kind of alternate which ones I go to. And that's always been one of my favorite things to do and like take pictures. I saw a family of swans, I saw a turtle. So I really like feeling connected to nature like that. So yeah, I had a slow morning with coffee, maybe watch some TV, watch my favorite tarot card reader on Saturday, and then went to the forest preserve and walked. And there was actually another woman there walking by herself, and I was kind of like, I'd like to like say hi to her. Like, when I was pulling out in my car, I kind of waved, and I saw that she saw me, but she didn't wave back. And that's my thing. It's like, I don't want to be creepy, but I do want to like do the things I enjoy doing and then meet people. I'm just going to top it with a little powder blush. Meet people who also like doing those things. That's my plan. After the walk, and it was nice and hot out, I walked up and down this main street area and picked an outdoor little bar place to sit at. And I ordered a drink and kind of just like people watched. And there were some girls sitting around me talking, like two friends sitting with each other. The Lorac Soleil palette, hands down, one of my favorite palettes, probably of all time, but definitely of this year. It gets so dirty and gross. I like to fill in my brows. I think I'm actually gonna wear eyeshadow today too. Um, so yeah, I interjected in their conversation. It was like, oh, me too, like, cheers to us and whatever. And yeah, so I had a drink there. I decided not to eat there. There's a barbecue place that's like my favorite. So I ended up just carrying out from there and eating at home. And then I watched movies the rest of the night. It's all blurring together which movie I watched that night versus the next day. Oh, I think I finished Married at First Sight on Saturday, and that was good. Really relaxing. And then Sunday, I got antsy, like even earlier in the day. I got up and started cleaning. And then I texted my mom, who I don't usually hang out with socially, but the place I was gonna go walk at, I literally drive past her house to get there. So I was like, hey, maybe she'll want to come take a walk. And she did, and we had a really nice time. It was really nice. There's a lot of people out there. So that turned out really good. After that, I went grocery shopping and I carried out from my favorite Mexican place. I had that for lunch and then I watched movies the rest of the day. So that was the day I watched Battleship, which started out slow but turned out to be like a really enjoyable film. And thinking about doing this pink shade that's really pretty. Whoa. I don't know if you saw me swatch that, but it's like a really dazzling glitter finish. I'm gonna freak out my camera. Just checking the time. So yeah, which Battleship followed by Transformers The Last Night, which has like terrible reviews, but I just wanted to continue the Michael Bay movies, and I don't think I ended up finishing it. I got tired and went to sleep. And then today I have a lot of clients, so yeah, I think I'm getting better at having faith when like I have a slow week business wise, because some weeks are very busy, and so since I've been totaling each month and just tracking it on a monthly basis, that's given me a lot of peace about like checking on how I'm doing. So I usually total everything up like halfway through the month and then again at the end. So yeah, I listen to a lot of meditations, and I also been reading a lot. So I started reading this book, Secure by Amir Levine, while I was walking. I listened to it on audio. I like having the paper book to like refer to in sessions with people, because that's what I do a lot of lately, is just like educating people about attachment styles. This pink just looks amazing. Beautiful. Yeah, and just trying to like dress, not dress totally fancy, but just like dress a little nicer than super casual has been making me feel good. I've just never had a time in my life since I was like a child, obviously, where I've been fully single for like a long extended period of time. Like I've been in one relationship or another for about the past 20 years. And so just spending so much uninterrupted time by myself. Like obviously I have my kids and I love them, but especially when I don't have them every other weekend, it's just like, who am I? What do I do? And that's what I'm discovering. But basically, hitting that milestone last month, after this interview, I think I'm going to stop applying to stuff. I think I'm just going to surrender to this process of building my own thing and having flexibility. Don't get me wrong, I work until 8 p.m. 2 days a week, and I just recently started working on Saturdays. Like, I do like put in work, but it's just like people don't always want to schedule. And people don't want to commit to coming every week, like, you know. I mean, I get it. I'm supposed to go to the chiropractor every week. I go like once a month. Um, but I feel a little more confident. Like I'm doing it, I'm making it. Especially right now, this is like the slow season. So if I'm doing okay right now, then I think it's gonna be okay. And then once fall and winter hits, it's like the busy season. I think I'll end out the year, better than how last year went. And even like my body, like I feel healthier than than I felt when I was in my last relationship. Like I can't help but kind of like absorb the eating patterns of my partner. And even though I would say my last partner was pretty like health conscious, men and women just need different things in terms of like fasting, like, the hormones of a woman's body kind of interfere, or like you're supposed to do fasting different than men do it. Anyway, all that to say, life's good, I'm feeling good, hopefully looking good, and ready to take on the day. And then I have my kids tonight. Well, I hope you guys are doing well, and thanks so much for spending this time with me. Please subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next one.